everyone from deep city Buenos Aires today. I just came from Rio. Now time to discover this beautiful city. It's really impressive, very clean and very developed city I didn't really know, and quite safe, like a European city. I booked a walking tour. I tried to go there. I was waiting in the wrong address, but I find the correct address now, so I'm heading there. There's an interesting story about Colón Theater. The architect was Italian guy who started to build this theater. One day he decided to make a surprise to his wife. He go back home earlier than expected. What he find a big surprise at home that his wife was with someone else. So what happened? The Italian architect, when he ran to his gun, the other guy was like faster than the Italian architect. He shot him from the behind 2 times and he died. So it was like really hard to find some other architect to complete the theater. At the end, after a few years later, an architect from Belgium completed this theater. So in the same street, like Liberta Street, there's the first synagogue here. Built almost like 150 years ago. Several synagogues here. So this is the first one which was built. If you're interested also to have a museum next to it, you can check it out. This is another theater you can see behind me. And that theater built by Spanish. So because I think almost 200 years ago, almost like 6 million of immigrants come to Argentina from Spain and Italy. That's why they have more connection with Italian and Spanish people.
This is the San Martin Palace, but originally it was called the Anchorita Palace. Anchorita was the last name of the owners.
And here in this San Martin Palace, I heard that they're accepting the presidents of other countries when they visit Buenos Aires. And this is the kind of one of the richest neighborhoods in Buenos Aires, according to our tour guide. There's a huge square here. Behind me, you see the national hero of the Argentina. Not Messi, of course. Yeah, most of people think maybe Messi. San Martin. He's the guy who started the movement of freedom in Argentina, 1860. He's quite popular here. And also, he's a popular guy in other South American countries as well, because maybe his ideology helped them to be free as well. In this park, there's a really massive tree. It's crazy, it's like 200 years old. I never see such tree before. Also, there's a similar tree was in the front of the Colón Theater. Look like Buenos Aires, really nice city to live. So many big parks. Maybe just in this area, I don't know. I'm walking through one of the richest districts in Buenos Aires. Look quite fancy. We are now in the Recoleta district. The Recoleta mostly like there's a lot of embassies, like really fancy building, Parisian style.
These trees keep growing up till nowadays. So as a metaphor of keeping the branches alive, it was built that sculpture. That man, can you see him holding the branch on his shoulder? He's Atlas. It's like the Argentinian Atlas. Holding the robe on his head. Well, this is how he's holding the branch on his shoulder.
Our walking tours end in this square, in the oldest church in Buenos Aires. It was really nice and informative tour about city. Definitely, I would suggest you to join these walking tours. They give a lot of information about city, about history. I'm next to busy street, maybe you hear so much noise. And I had kind of a theater, old theater, and now is bookstore. So I'm gonna visit that. Just arrived at this bookstore. I'll show you from here. It used to be kind of a theater, I think, but now it's bookstore. Let's go and check it out inside. I think this is the coolest bookstore I have ever visited. Look impressive. It's so high level. Let's go to the top level. From there, you just have a view of the whole bookstore. There is also a cafe. We can have some drink. Beauty of Buenos Aires. I decided to do another walking tour in Buenos Aires, this time in the city center area. We start front of the Congress building, which you can see behind me is a massive building, one of the nicest buildings in Buenos Aires. And there's also behind me there's some statue here, kind of a big square here. There's a lot of square here in Buenos Aires, a lot of big parks. It's really nice. I love those walking tours. You see, you learn more details about the city from the local perspective. This Congress room last 40 years in use, like actively they use this place. Before that there was always like military government, I think, like dictatorship. Previous 50 years, last 40 years, building is used. In Buenos Aires also you can see the statue of thinking man. Nice one of the third original. There's three original of this statue of the thinking man. One of them is located here, and one in Philadelphia, and one in Paris. I'm just next to Palacio Barolo. So it's quite famous building here in Buenos Aires. You can make a tour if you want. They make some tour. If you want, you can just go and do it, but I'm not into that. It looks very cool from outside. This whole walking tour also in the central area is finished. More or less was similar, to be honest. I like in the morning more because it was more information about city history, etc. This guy talked about too much politics, about how bad economic situation in the country, etc. It's also good to know about it, of course, but it was a little bit too long. Overall, the country doesn't go through a good situation, economically really a difficult situation. You come here, you have to be careful, you have to bring some cash with you and exchange in the offices, like exchange offices. Also, they have two different type of exchange offices. So yeah, you should not change in the kind of government offices, let's say. Otherwise, you will need to pay more. You will lose in exchange rate. They call it like blue currency, something like that, or black market. You have to change in the black market. I just see the Messi and Maradona here. They love football here. Walking around the city center, it's quite nice. It's like a European city, same standard, safe. Some people say dangerous, careful, but I don't think so. It's just like normal European city, you know. You might see some danger there as well. Basically, act like how you're acting in the crowded area. I think really extra needed. I'm talking about, of course, like central area. I don't know if you go out of the city central area, I don't know how it is, but in central area, quite safe. And the architecture is really good here. I am at Telmo market. It's really nice area, but I come a bit late. Some places start to be closing. It's a very cool place. I heard about this market. People suggest me to visit. One part there's a lot of food area, food court. You can have different type of Argentinian cuisine. Looks authentic and cool place. I guess if you come here in daytime it will be more busy. But now also some shops start to close. Worth to check it out. Street around San Telmo market also really cool. Look like a little bit colonial style, if I'm not mistaken. It's a nice neighborhood to visit. I will decide to go walk around the Boca district. Quite colorful district, that's what I heard. So I will go there, I will take a tour first, and then try to discover myself. This city is really very well organized, kind of everywhere like a square, so it's easy to find your way around. Just arrived in near Boca Junior Stadium here, looks great. Boca district is an extremely colorful place, really cool to visit. Walking through colorful district of Boca, everywhere is like red, green, blue, full of color everywhere. Very nice neighborhood. Walking around more around Boca district, as I mentioned, so colorful, quite touristy, a lot of people around here. There's some cafes also around, you can have some drink and coffee, can eat something. I heard that Boca was, in the past, was really rich people was living here because of the port, but later on, because of the yellow fever, there was a lot of mosquitoes, so many people died, 10% of the whole population. And that's why people start to move in other district in the city. 100 years ago, there was a lot of immigrants come to Argentina. End of 1900, a lot of immigrants start to come to Argentina, mainly Italian immigrants, almost like 4 million. They live in Boca district mostly. And it's an extremely colorful place because like people from Genoa, I think they live here and they feel homesick. And there's one guy, I forget his name, he brings some paint and he give the people to say, okay, paint like your home, make yourself like home that you don't feel homesick. So that's the way the city became more colorful since then. Now I'm heading to near the stadium of the Boca Juniors. You can see there. Let's take a look at the stadium. We'll walk around the stadium a little bit. Too bad there's no football match. I really wanted to watch the football match, but unfortunately league is finished now. That's why there's no match. Let's go to check the stadium around. Let's see how is it. Also, I see some nice painting on the wall here. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you enjoyed, please hit like button. And if you have any question, write down in the comment section. I will be happy to respond to you. See you in the next video.